Dragon Ball Z's great, man. I mean, dude, it's so long, but if you ever like get into it, you're gonna the payoff is worth it.
Probably not.
Yeah. I could talk Dragon Ball until
probably not.
sun comes up. Oh, whatever, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Whatever, dude.
Steve's Krillin.
Oh yeah.
Steve's Yamcha.
Oh. Wow.
I think we need to explain that.
He doesn't even know what you said to him.
I do not know what this Yamcha is, but it sounds disappointing.
Young Junk! Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Muscle Geeks Podcast. The boys are ready and waiting for you, and this time they have audio. We're coming to them live in 3, 2, 1, and...
Steve is a huge bitch. Hey, guys, what's up? It's episode 6 of the Muscle Geeks. Today, we're going to talk about the trailers from Alien Earth and Black Phone 2, as well as Happy Gilmore 2. We're going to talk about spoiler reviews for Predator Killer of Killers and that John Wick Ballerina movie, plus so much more. But let's get everyone introduced. To my left, the guy has a phenomenal, it's like a blacktop coating business.
Yeah, seal coating and line striping.
What's that called?
Derek Baker, seal coating and line striping.
Yeah, man.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and at derekbakersealcoating.com.
Okay, there we go. So Derek, say hi.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
And to my right is the Balogen himself, the one and only Steve Brown. Hi, buddy.
What's up, Steve?
What's up, bitches?
And we got Terry, the guy that makes us look pretty, the guy that puts it all together. He's in the back over there.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Young Junk, baby, and it's time to get down with some Muscle Geeks once again. Thanks for joining us this Monday and every Monday here at Young Junk and here at the Muscle Geeks Podcast.
And also, guys, if you don't mind, if you can like this stream, make sure you comment in the chat. We want to hear you guys' top 5 biggest beatdowns, as well as subscribe if you haven't, but you probably have if you're watching this. And if you're watching this later, also like the post or like what are we doing?
We're liking, we're subscribing.
We're subscribing, and sharing, and hit that notifications button as well. But listen,
Bell icon.
but let's hit some.
I can't wait to
let's
see
do
that.
some house cleaning right now. So everyone's really been talking about this a lot. Steve last week he started his Dungeons and Dragons quest.
Pretty cool.
Steve, how did this week go?
This week was pretty well. Dived a little bit deeper, getting further in the journey. Got into our first battle. I want to give a shout out to Stevie G, who's our dungeon master.
Yeah, what up, Stevie G?
First time dungeon master, and I'll tell you what, the kid works hard at it. I mean, he's doing handwriting maps. He, paints pictures in your head, some good, some bad. But like, he's very good with his verbiage and wordplay. Very good at taking you on this mystical quest.
Mythical.
And it got weird. He does all the voices for every character, male, female, goblin, demon, whatever the fuck it is. He gets into character. I mean, you feel it. You are in some wild
that's awesome.
world.
So what's your character's name?
My character's name is the Balogen.
Now, this is a rough draft. Shannon All Dead is working on it. Awesome member of the community. And Steve, why don't you walk us through this? And also, Mr. Milktoast asked, which weapon are you using?
So my go-to is a great axe, as you can see in the photo there. And shout out to Shannon. That's a pretty dope picture. I can't wait for it to be done and what the final product looks like. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's my go-to weapon. He's a Dragonborn. But yeah, last night's quest, man, was pretty fucking wild, bud.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened?
You getting into some battles?
Got some
Shit up?
battles. Yeah, we're fucking some shit up,
Nice.
right? And then I didn't realize we were actually getting fucked up by our dungeon master. So in our journey, we entered this town called Winholt.
Oh, okay.
And, we're going around, fucking shit up and going into different stores and, little shops, whatever it may be. Need to buy some maps, get some things for our travels.
Yeah.
And, we stumble across the bar and want to get a couple drinks with the boys. We just got done battling, kicking ass. Just want to kick
Want to have
back.
a couple beers,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
shoot the shit.
Right?
Killed some dragons, drink some beers.
Yeah, right? And my man, dude, like I said, he's a good storyteller. He also gives us pictures as we're battling or like going like, this is what you're fighting. This is who it is.
That's cool.
We get to the bar, and the bar keeps a female, and he sends us a picture, and it's a little, animated joint, and he switches it up, and he tries to do some fucking sexy voice, dude.
Oh,
why?
And,
Dungeons and Dragons After Dark, huh?
and he's talking
man.
to one of my buddies, right? It's his turn, and they're next thing I know, they're flirting, and they're he's getting into it.
Yeah.
And I remember like looking around, like I felt like dirty.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around, and I was like, I gotta turn this mic down because my wife's behind me. She can't hear this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, are you trying to get me bricked up right now? What are you doing? We got 4 dudes,
Yeah.
and you're out here talking. What are you? What? You
Not that
can't
there's
do
anything
that.
wrong with that. Sure.
On a Sunday night, just trying to hang with the boys, and here we are.
Bricked up with the boys.
Yeah, dude. I didn't know if I needed to give them like 5-10 minutes, like step away. It got pretty fucking interesting. Pretty
Did you
fucking
partake
interesting.
in the flirtation?
Fuck no, dude. What?
Hey, so a couple questions.
Listen, I like D&D, but like, I don't like it that much, right? This guy was taking me on a journey, and I was like, yo.
So Catherine wrote, Steve is the best dungeon master, though. We love a hobby. Gordon said Dungeons and Dragons from the 80s. Yep. Gordon, nice to see you, buddy. Mr. Milktoast, you're a legend. It's method acting, laugh out loud. Paul said, I felt dirty. Is Paul in your chat, by the chat? Is he in your dungeon thing?
He's not, no.
No, all right. Well,
It's
it does feel dirty.
I think one of
Dungeons
them
and
is
Bricks.
Louis G said Dungeons and Bricks. And Shannon said like an episode of Black Mirror. Yeah, it's not wrong. Hey, listen.
Black dick mirror.
dude, but the best part is
Got
too. So like, I let him finish, right? And I try to like block this. All right, this is one I don't want to visualize
you let him
here.
finish. Heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like and we continue on, right?
You're a good lover.
Yeah, we still got
Charitable
like.
lover.
Wow.
So like we
Very
we finish
generous.
on with our with our journey. Listen, I don't cock block whether it's in D&D
No,
or in
dude,
real
you
life,
can't block
dude,
your
right?
cock.
Like
Your
I'm all
Dungeons
for the
and Dragons
homies.
homies. Yeah.
So like we get done.
Those guys are basically never getting laid as it is. You need that flirtation in the game.
So we get done, and we all sign off, whatever. And I have to call him like, "Hey, man, what were you doing? Like, what the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
And he's like playing it off like, "What, dude? Like that's what happens." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Listen, man, you ever try to pull? You can't pull that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Can't be bricked up playing D&D with the boys."
Yeah, what are you gonna tell your wife? You're gonna go home, your
Right?
wife and
I had
kid,
to fucking
bricked
look
up.
around. She's watching. I turn the volume down. Like, yo, can't be saying that.
So this is not
you
a
playing
live
this-
thing. This is
We're
virtual.
playing this online with each other.
So yeah, so like it's
Okay.
like we join on Discord.
Okay.
Right on. All right.
Yeah, so it's
Cool.
Discord, and then like he sends us the pictures of like this is what the world looks like, but he has like hand drawn maps that he took time.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
he's
cool
like,
as fuck.
yeah, dude,
that's
Shout
he-
out Stevie G. He said
Yo,
Taika is kind of slutty,
That's her name, dude.
but it's actually
So
a guy in real life.
dude, and let me paint this picture of Stevie G from the gutters of Delco, right? Prospect Park and the gutters.
Yeah.
Fucked up mitt, right? We established that episode 1, right? His mitt's fucked.
Yeah.
Imagine that trying to talk sexy. Trying to get, and it's like, what the fuck?
Is what he looks like relevant at all?
No,
Like, I mean, if he was an attractive, would you be into that?
if who was attractive?
If Stevie G.
Stevie G's not a bad looking dude.
Is that what Taika looks like?
No. You gotta remember, she's not like a warrior or anything like that. She's just a fucking
She's a wench.
Bar
yeah,
wench.
just a bartender.
Alright.
He did send us a picture. I mean, she, was cute for, if you're into that stuff, which you guys are. You guys established that already.
So, Mr. Milktoast said there's role playing and then there's role playing.
Yeah, it was.
Mr. Milktoast also said, imagine how much creepier it would have been in person. And Marty did a bunch of laughy face emojis.
But yeah, so it was interesting.
All right.
Definitely looking forward to next week. Hopefully, it's
Marty asked you to describe this mitt.
Oh, dude, his mitt's so fucked. Dude, when he doesn't like keep up with his hair,
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you roll that window down, that wind is taking it off. Like it's
it off.
hanging on by a thread.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like he's got to keep that thing high and tight, or like,
Is it like a comb over?
it's like a buzz cut, but like, buddy, let's just You know,
All right.
patches of gray. You know, he does like subcontracting for a living. So every time I see him, he's like beat up, right? Like dirty, you know, and you just see him and he's just like, you know, he's from
I feel that.
the gutters of fucking Prospect Park, just a little Delco mud rat, dude. Just,
All right.
You know?
CVG said his mitt is immaculate. CVG sounds like a real winner. You know what else I want to do? Do you have anything else you want to say before we go off?
No, I think that's it. You know, tune in. I'm excited for next week.
Next week,
yeah,
dude.
keep
We're
you
gonna
guys
give
posted.
updates on Steve's the Bolligen's accolades this and every week. But I want to talk about something that happened last week, boys, because I want a winner. I want to know, because this thing was going crazy in the chat. We had a big conversation here. Terry even made it into a short. You guys will see it this week. Terry, if you will, please hit the music. And welcome to the first episode of Which Movie Theater Candy is Numero Uno? I'm your host, John Bennett. We're followed by a panel, Steve, Derek, as well as Terry. And guys, throughout the show, we're going to be trying a bunch of different candies that we talked about last week. Steve's is the peanut butter M&M.
Don't fucking start, dude.
And we're gonna
Please.
go in a rating system where you guys will give a 0 or a 1 through 10.
All right.
10 being the best, 1 being the worst. I'll average them out. And listen, guys, if you haven't followed our Instagram, please do that. And over this weekend, I'll average up everything and I'll post it on our Instagram. So make sure you follow us at the Muscle Geeks Podcast.
All right.
All right. So the first one.
Oh, you brought candy.
Yes, I do have a candy plug
Yeah.
from
Nice.
a certain place.
You know a guy.
Yeah.
So
Baby.
the original
Oh, baby.
malted milk balls
Number one.
Well, we know what's not
Number
going to
one
make
is
the
the
list, right?
Whopper. Derek, do you want to talk about it while I distribute it to Steve
oh, man.
and
If you
Terry?
think I'm eating one of them, you're out of
gotta
your
try
fucking
one.
mind.
You
gotta try
a Whopper,
one.
bro.
Oh
They're
my
so good.
Just
God.
one. Come on, we're a family.
You don't like fun? Even Terry you got to get in on this, man. You're so good.
I'm going to get in on the fun.
It's a little spherical chocolate ball of goodness. Malted chocolate.
Thank God I got a big ass water to get
Oh
this
my
dusty
God.
fucking
There's a good
Whopper
crunch
down.
to it. Decent amount of chocolate distribution.
Look at him, dude. He
Look
gave
at
us one. He took a handful.
Yeah, baby. Look at that.
You
Beautiful.
know what? Erica Jessberger wrote, I was bullied into eating a milk dud and confirmed that it was trash. Well,
Well, good thing these are
thanks for the
Whoppers.
candy.
Oh my
Look at
God.
these. My whole day is made.
Guys, I'll take this back. I like it.
Yeah? You're a fan?
I like
Oh
it.
my God. Shut the fuck
Let's go. We got a believer, baby.
All right,
Oh
so
my God. Thank God we started with that so we can fucking wash it down with something. Jesus.
It was
Why don't you go
pretty
shove a
good.
Twizzler somewhere?
I got to say.
Don't lie, Terry. It was mid-grade.
Derek, where do you
Terry.
rank the Whopper?
Number one.
No, it's so
Out
1
of-
is terrible, 10 is the best.
Oh, out of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
You're saying overall as a candy. 10. 10 out of 10 for this guy.
Steve.
A 1.
Wow.
Wow.
Terry?
I am going to go with a 5.
5.
Five.
Now, that's
Not
only
get
half. Hold on. That's only half good. 1 is garbage. Don't forget. But I agree with John. It was better than I remember it being.
Okay.
Terry, I will join you in the 5.
5. I'll take it. It's better than I was expecting.
Yeah. You want to eat that or you want to hold it?
Yeah.
Better get that away from me.
All right, guys, so
Right
let's
now.
kick it off.
But I'll have one more.
Let's kick it off right now.
Hey, there we go.
Fuel me at
Today
the
we're
gym
going to do
later.
our top 5 list. Top 5.
Hey, before you get to that, we got people giving their numbers of
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah. See what you think.
candies in the chat, and we would
Angie
encourage
with a
everyone to do
7?
that.
Thank
I
you,
see
Terry.
you.
Yeah.
Good
Shout out
stuff.
to Erica Jessberger again for hooking it up. Louis G. Cruncher Swedish Fish. Paul Watt.
Snow caps,
Whoppers
man.
are covered, chocolate covered cardboard. Shannon
Bro.
wrote disgusting. Gordon 3.5. Angie with a 7. Angie.
Oh.
Angie.
Also, thanks, Gordon, for introducing the point fives.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna get way
Don't do
more
that, Gordon.
complicated.
And guys,
Keep it
keep
clean.
them in the chat. Keep the ratings coming.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's kick off.
Crunch
This
your
week, our top 5 list is top 5 beatdowns in movies, comics,
Oh, yeah.
or TV shows. Now, listen, the stipulations are as such: you're either giving or receiving a physical beatdown. We're all in line with that?
Yeah.
Is that aligned with our list? All right, so kicking it off, and listen, no particular order. No particular order. Derek, would you like to go first?
Sure. I had a really hard time not picking like just everything as an anime fight. 'Cause I'm a big
Yeah.
old anime nerd.
I stayed away from that thinking you were going to go there.
Yeah, so I got the bases covered on that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with one from an anime called Naruto. I mean, it's Rock Lee versus Gaara, and it's really cool. It's this kid that is just like, he looks like a Bruce Lee ripoff. He's a fucking nerd. No one likes him. He sucks at everything, and like, it's like ninja anime. They all have like special cool ninja shit they can do and all that like crazy fantasy stuff, but this kid doesn't. He just doesn't, and everyone makes fun of him for it. So he just works his ass off and gets so fucking strong and good at fighting that he doesn't need any superpowers or anything, and just bodies this kid that's cocky as hell. Like, just completely takes him to the fucking cleaners.
Wow.
Just feels good.
Now, for
It's a
everyone
good
that
come up.
hasn't watched
Naruto. Yeah.
we all know I'm not able to. Can you give like a 2-second synopsis? It's like a ninja school, something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Kids growing up in a ninja-based society that want to be basically like special forces versions of that. And as they do it, shit gets crazy and government's corrupt and there's big bads and fights and everything. If you like a lot of good fight scenes, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, I love that one. Steve, what do you got?
So towards the bottom of my list, this one's just more like just being a fan of this character and like, or just the movie as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get roasted for it probably, but Dark Knight Rises, Bane versus Batman.
That's not a bad one.
That's
You're
a
gonna
great
get
one.
roasted for this.
That's a
Like I think it's
classic
just the
beatdown.
scene. I mean, Bane's
Yeah.
voice. He's got a lot of great lines in that.
We got some good ones coming up in here we got to check out later.
So yeah, I
Dude,
got
that
that one.
was huge in the comics.
Yeah.
It was around the same time that Superman was
Yeah,
murdered.
man.
They
That's
took
a-
Batman off as well, with Bane coming in and just cracking his back, dude. And he did it in the show, or in the movie. And listen, in this movie, I always thought Batman was kind of like, his like punches were kind of shitty. I thought he was like the worst fighting Batman.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah.
also the old man.
Yeah, he's
basically.
like- he's
but
a
like,
shell.
did you ever watch him fight? Like when he's hitting, like he's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
They
it's-
weren't like solid blows. So
I mean, I knew he was fucked. Like when in the beginning of that fight when Bane's just eating it.
yeah.
Like,
I
you
feel
could
like
tell something's coming.
first movie Batman versus Bane, maybe a different story. But this one, he was beat the hell up.
Dude, he was hungry then.
Yeah.
And then he was young. They really showed in that movie too in the beginning the foreshadowing of like Batman's not Batman, right? Like all of a sudden
Yeah.
his arthritic knee apparently was
he got a
solved
trick
by a
knee.
metal
Yeah.
brace, but
Oh, and since we're on this topic, or this movie, I wanted to go back and it just reminded me the ending of this movie. I know a few weeks ago we did endings.
yeah.
I would change the ending to this, the way Bane dies. It was so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. I mean, for the build up and the hype and as good as of a movie as it was, for Bane to go out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I would
agree
say
with
that
that.
that's the weakest movie of the trilogy. Like
And it's
how
still
did
a
he
great
leave?
movie.
It's still a great movie, but like how did he get back from the desert?
I think the ending does it.
Yeah.
He got back from the desert in like 2 days.
I mean, no, it
League
wasn't
of Shadows,
2 days.
dude.
I guess.
That's all I can say.
I mean, it wasn't 2
Terry, do you
days.
have one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna lead off with a classic beatdown, which was the longest beatdown in cinema history, and that is between Rowdy Roddy Piper and the other actor in They Live.
Oh yeah. In the
Oh, man,
alley, right?
What a
Absolutely.
great throwback.
Absolutely, but it's known as, at the time, it was the longest fight ever filmed. So it was kind of epic. And if you're a South Park fan like I am, they remade it shot for shot in the Jimmy versus Timmy episode. But it was these two gentlemen, and we're not even going to try and play a video this week, folks. But if you remember this fight, if you watch the movie just for this fight, totally makes sense. Great movie, great fight.
Kick ass and chew bubblegum.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'll go with we'll go with a little bit of like a throwback film. We'll go something that's a beloved thing in Philadelphia. We'll go into the Rockies. and I'm going to say Rocky 4. And I'm going to say 2 fights in there.
Oh.
The first fight, when Apollo is beaten to death. He's beaten so bad, he dies. And also, Rocky was beaten so bad that in the 5th one, it comes to find out that he was given brain damage.
Yep.
He wasn't allowed to fight anymore. He ended Rocky's career temporarily, and he also beat Apollo to death. Now, if that doesn't tell you how great steroids are, I don't know. But that movie was amazing in so many ways. It was really a super long music video. And every time I watch it,
so good.
I want to work out harder and harder. The Southpaw license plate, No Easy Way Out, training scene in the mountains.
Oh yeah,
And
Where's
then
in
the
that like
badass,
shed
man.
or
Yeah.
And can you imagine like them shooting the fight scenes?
His
That
physique
probably
was
took
ridiculous in
so
that.
long to figure out. All right, now this time I'm going to hit you. Now I'm going to hit you.
This movie's just testosterone.
Yeah, it's
And
it's literally
so
and figuratively
good.
that. Yeah,
It is so good.
yeah. So I'm going to say Rocky 4.
Great pick.
Thanks, Derek. What do
Both
you
fights
got?
were with Apollo then, right?
No, so he fought Apollo and murdered him. Apollo owed him a favor for training him in the 3rd one.
Yeah.
He said, what was the favor? And the favor, I think, was letting him get first crack and helping train Apollo for the Russian. So Rocky didn't do it. The Russian did. He said, hey, Apollo, he's hungry. We ain't hungry no more. You know what I mean? Marty, let's run this down real quick. Fight Club from Shannon, Edward Norton versus Jared Leto. Was that something about him being too beautiful or something?
Yeah, he always wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Yeah.
That was
Louis G.
awesome.
Was that the Fight Club that Angel Face or whatever his name is?
Angel face. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they called that guy.
Oh, okay.
Well, all right,
I think you're right.
took one of mine. All right.
Sorry, run the clip of him dropping the leg weights. Omni-Man versus Invincible, maybe. Rock Lee, Kill Bill 3, it's fine. Physical Beatdown, gotta start strong with Lethal Weapon 1, Riggs versus Mr. Joshua. Dude, is that when they're on the
All
front
right.
lawn? And he's like,
I
you
think-
want a shot at the title? Is that?
Is that the fight? I don't remember, but that movie's awesome.
Dude, it starts getting wet because I think it's either raining or a fire hydrant is broken and they're fighting on the lawn. Final fight scene gets really blood pumping. When it comes to fights, it's hard to beat the
Need to rewatch those
1980s.
movies
Dude, Mr.
immediately.
Milquetoast, you ain't lying, bro. Speaking of the 1980s, Marty here with Bruce Leroy versus Shogun. If you guys haven't seen The Last Dragon,
No, dude, I'll let you finish.
dude, go ahead.
Heater. Heater, Marty. Bruce Leroy.
Dude, when you got the glow,
Dude, so good.
Busta Rhymes used
Bro,
to made a music video.
You just gave me goosebumps. Oh my God. When I was a kid, I didn't realize how shitty that acting was. But Netflix released it again. It was on Netflix like a year ago, and I had to do it. And I mean, it was awesome. But then you're like, oh, this movie was actually.
Yeah,
But like, just like.
But it was supposed to be that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But great,
but you still love it.
And then
great shout out, Marty.
Louis
Great
G,
shout out.
The Walking Dead, Negan and Glenn, Invincible and Omni-Man, Punisher prison scene, Green Lantern and GLA. Derek, who you got?
All right, next one. I'm gonna switch gears, and I'm gonna go with the Mountain versus the Viper from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
That was an awesome fight. You guys seen that?
Yeah,
It was-
absolutely, dude.
excellent.
And someone had to name something from Game of Thrones.
Dude, there's so many good fight scenes throughout all those seasons. The battles, like the Battle of the Bastards, one like that is
I was
Badass.
disappointed with the White Walkers.
same.
It
That-
ended
it
abruptly.
The way it ended sucks. We all agree, but
But this fight
This
was
was
awesome.
so cool. And Pedro Pascal crushes this role. He's
Mhm.
giving it to him this whole scene too. Like he's in his business. He's fucking
Yeah.
him up.
Yeah.
And he gets too cocky and forgets he's still fighting a motherfucker. And that guy,
You can't let him.
listen, like,
Mm-mm.
a guy like that gets a hold of you, you're done, pal.
Yeah. Steve?
3 mine are off the board, I'm pretty sure.
No, they're not
Jeez.
off the board. You can explain why.
Okay, so you're Rocky, because I get them all confused.
Okay.
Your fight was Apollo
It was-
and who?
Apollo and the Russian, and also
Oh.
Rocky and the Russian.
'Cause I had the Russian.
Okay.
I had him in
Nothing
the
wrong with it,
Russian.
dude.
That I remember growing up watching that and just hearing. I mean, you didn't think Rocky stood a chance, And when the Russian's in the corner, when he starts finally making some way, and the Russian's in the corner and says he bleeds. Like, holy shit, like...
Yeah.
I
like,
see through him.
No.
The one in the middle.
Yeah.
There's so many good lines.
He's like
a machine.
He's not iron.
Yeah.
He's not a man. He's a piece of iron.
Yeah,
It's
like
punching
that
a piece
was...
of iron. It's like, what?
Yeah, like
I want to be
was-
that right now.
And then at the end, he's like, to the end.
And Rocky is
Yeah.
just smoked, dude. Just absolutely beat to shit.
When
Just
they got
throwing wild ass swings the whole movie.
Dude,
when
Gallons of sweat
eyes
coming
just
off of this shit.
fucking melting
no,
off
I
his
got
face.
the chills.
Yeah,
Dude, when he comes
That
home
is epic.
when he comes home, parks his car in his mansion and is at the bottom of the steps, and Adrian's at the top, and she's like, "You can't win. You can't win." It's after the press conference, and he's like, "I gotta try."
Yeah.
And then he gets in his car and the music hits. Oh!
Can we all agree Adrian
I'm hitting a
sucks?
fucking-
by
Yeah,
the way.
dude. She's
Terrible wife, dude.
Yeah, but she was like his reason for existing.
Yeah,
Like, that guy was off the kilter. She kept him in check.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
finally, when he goes to the mountain house and Apollo's trainer is like talking to him, he's like, "You're going to have to go places you've never been before." You know? He's doing the leg lifts in the room. Stop it. But, all right, Terry, what do you got?
All right, so my next one is actually Milquetoast beat me to it. Thank you, Mr. Milquetoast. But it is in the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
He has one. I have another one. But in Dark Knight Returns, Batman versus the Mutant Leader is fantastic because it's the first time Batman is too old to fight. He loses to a younger, stronger, more lethal opponent. And he loses. But it's Batman. So he gets a round 2. And in this round 2, he shows this little guy exactly what a 65-year-old man can do to a young buck when he plans and has Batman prep. But even better than that is the punch to Superman himself, knocking Superman out and actually being the only human, the only person who has ever beaten Superman. And he does it with kryptonite-tipped boots and some
And
crazy
help from Green Arrow, a one-armed Green Arrow.
Superman's a bitch.
and an entire
He's a
entire
bitch.
power grid that he puts like into some gloves.
So
But he's the only person to ever beat him, and he has that amazing speech.
I want you to know what it was like. Wasn't it something like that
Yeah.
a human beat you?
I want you to remember my hand at your throat. I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
If you guys don't know that suit that he wore, Batman vs Superman, that was from like the Dark Knight Returns series. And it was cool. Like in the first fight, Batman, it was like fair, but Batman lost. And then he got back and they were fighting and Batman was smarter. So like Batman got him in a mud pit because everything's weighed down. So then it like slowed that guy down to his pace. And when he slowed that dude down, he was telling the guy, like, this isn't a mud pit, like Mr. Milquetoast said.
Yeah.
You don't get it, do you, boy? This isn't a mud pit. It's an operating table, and I'm the surgeon. So he was hitting pressure points to, like, knock his arm out. He was beating the hell out of him. But
Love Batman.
if you guys haven't read this book, it is definitely a good read. And if they have an animated 2-parter too, if you guys just want to do that, it's okay. But Terry, don't get us in trouble with Warner Brothers.
I'm not playing it. Yeah, only you guys are seeing it.
But I would say that is a great one, and I'm gonna just piggyback off of comic books, and I'm gonna say one of the most epic things to ever happen in the '90s: Superman dying. Now, this guy in the comic, there was a bullshit Justice League, right? It didn't have any of the big hitters. DC did a thing where they wanted to elevate unknown guys, so they put them in the Justice League, took out all the main guys. So Doomsday came and just ran through them, and Superman showed up later and absolutely stood toe-to-toe with this guy, but he was clearly getting his ass whipped. Doomsday figured out Metropolis and wanted to go there, but like Doomsday was like a mindless beast. He was like a raging Hulk. And Superman was the only guy that could stand up to him over and over again. And then he ended up dying because of it. He knew he was going to die. But the superhero, the guy, the franchise player in DC, and DC like didn't have anything to do with him. Comic sales were dropping and they were like, what are we going to do? And an executive said, let's kill him. So that's what they did. Later on, they found out he didn't actually die. He was in a Kryptonian coma, but to each their own. One of the biggest things ever in comic book history.
Yeah, it's iconic.
And if you guys want, there's 2 animated movies based upon it. They did it in Batman vs. Superman, but that was like crap. There was too many great storylines, like all thrown into one movie, and it just ruined the movie. But speaking of that, Derek,
All right.
what do you got, buddy?
Swinging back into my nerdy anime shit, I'm going with Broly versus Goku and Vegeta and also Frieza in Dragon Ball Super, movie that came out in like 2017-ish.
Yeah. Man, that was that long ago?
I mean, Broly is who I wanted to be when I was a kid. I saw that guy. I'm like, I need to be that yoked and huge.
Yeah.
I must do this.
Yeah.
And this,
There was great animation in this.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. The fight scenes are badass. Like, he's just like a monster. There's like a 25-minute clip of him just bodying everybody.
So for you guys that don't know, Broly is like Dragon Ball Z. If you guys aren't into it, you should. It's a long thing that you would have to catch up with. But the show is great, and Goku is like basically Japanese Superman. So like he's a good guy,
Yeah.
came from a different planet, takes over Earth as his planet, has similar abilities. But their thing is that those aliens, every time they fight, they get stronger. This guy Broly, he gets stronger a lot faster than everyone else.
Mid-fight.
Yeah.
He's like learning what everyone's up to. 'Cause
And he's scaling up.
yeah.
Yeah. So
He doesn't even know how strong he is because he's had no one
push him.
to really push him.
Yeah.
So as these guys are fighting him, they're just like fucking with him, thinking, oh, he doesn't even know
Yeah.
how strong he is. Like, we can just kind of play with this guy. And they get bodied hard.
Yeah.
They get their face ran through an entire glacier. It is pretty cool.
And they start off super competent too,
Oh,
or
yeah.
confident too.
Yeah.
They had to retreat.
Yeah, they had to run away.
Goku and Vegeta had to
And then they let
retreat.
Frieza take the L for like 45 minutes by himself. When they figured out a plan, they're like, well, see ya.
And Whis had to distract
Oh
him
yeah,
a little
Whis
bit,
just starts
dodging.
just messing with him.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
What about Perfect Cell versus Gohan?
Perfect Cell versus Gohan.
That's
is,
the one.
That was an
That's the
absolute
one.
beatdown. Man, I would think the original Goku. I guess like remember like when Frieza fought like Piccolo and then he fought
Krillin
Gohan.
and Gohan.
he
Yeah.
beat Vegeta to death. Like Dragon Ball Z is great, man. I mean, dude, it's so long, but if you ever like get into it, you're not
I
gonna.
would
you're gonna
create
the payoff
another
is worth it.
podcast
Probably
just
not.
around Steve watching.
I could
Dragon
talk
Ball.
Dragon Ball until
Probably not.
the sun comes up. Oh, whatever, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Whatever, dude.
He's missing out.
Yeah, probably not.
All right, probably so. Steve, what's pick 3, buddy?
I can't believe I'm saying this.
Steve's Krillin.
Oh yeah.
Can't believe I'm saying this one,
Steve's Yamcha.
but this one was a good one.
Oh. Sorry. He
Derailed? Hold on.
Wow.
I think we need to explain that.
he
to
doesn't.
Steve.
He doesn't even know what you said to
Yeah.
me.
What'd you say?
Yeah, you just go ahead, Yajirobe.
You
Go
want
ahead.
to repeat that?
Go ahead.
From Invincible, I think it was season 1. Omni-Man versus Invincible, father-son action.
Great pick, brother.
Who said
Yeah.
it in the chat?
Yeah, someone
I
said that
think
earlier.
Paul
I
did.
know. Shout out to you, Paul. I thought he was going to kill him.
There it is.
I thought he was going to kill him. Omni-Man beats the bricks
Mhm.
Hey, man.
off Invincible.
He just
Yeah.
puts him through that train like face first. And oh my god, that was sick.
I will say, I know like I'm not a big fan of Invincible, but their fight scenes and everything, like
Yeah.
yeah, they got some good.
Yeah,
Watch
very
Dragon
gory.
Ball then, asshole. It's the same thing.
so.
Yeah.
It's Japanese.
Yeah. A little bit.
So I was
less
thinking
blood,
about
but-
it when you guys were, geeking out over there, like
Dude, that's a great comparison.
nerds. That's too anime for me. Like I watch cartoons. You guys, that's anime. Like Invincible to me is like a cartoon. Creature Commander's cartoon. X-Men
they are
97
different.
cartoon. There's a cartoon.
X-Men 97 is very anime. It's very anime inspired. It really is.
Maybe.
It is.
And
but
Invincible's
to
not
me-
far off from
to
that
me, in
either.
my head, it's cartoon. Dragon
Oh.
Ball Z. That's
Hey,
anime to me.
That's
Each
you.
their own.
That's you.
What's that?
You get bodied all the time.
I'd smoke you right now, dude, if we weren't live.
Terry, what do you got?
Fight.
So, so I can actually follow up on the Invincible because I actually think Invincible versus Conquest is a better beatdown than Invincible versus Omni-Man in both cartoon and comics.
Yeah, to it.
That wasn't me.
Oh, no.
That wasn't me. No, Conquest, I'll second that. I think that was a better fight. Although I did like Invincible's dad, like the part, like I was telling you, he just held his son up as a train was coming through. And then everyone was just getting smoked on contact with Invincible. He was beating the crap out of him.
I mean, Derek said that, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to spoil the ending, but
Sorry.
the last Mark fight is arguably the best and most brutal fight in it, but I won't spoil that to what it is. But yeah, I mean the
Is that Battle Beast you
the
said?
Conquest he shows up at some point, but the Conquest fight, there's way less emotions and stakes, but it's a better beat down is kind of where I'm going from.
Yeah.
As far as people being left with their guts ripped out and the whole 9 yards, I think it's a better pound per pound, like fist fight.
Yeah. And speaking of beatdowns, Terry, hit the music. We got our next selection on the candy game is Twizzlers.
That's tier 1.
Let's find out.
You're welcome. So one thing I didn't like, and I want to say this.
Talking while I'm passing it.
Thanks.
Last week,
It's a Twizzler.
you, and we can check tape. You said the peanut M&M is a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Chocolate and a salty nut, no way it's cleaning your palate.
Yeah.
The great
Cleans your
thing
palate,
about
buddy.
Twizzler, right? Not only do you demolish a whole pack and not even realize it, but after I'm done fucking up my salty fucking pretzels and cheese, some popcorn, and I'm transitioning into the sweet treat, you get yourself a pack of Twizzlers, it legit cleans your palate. It wipes it clean, and then you can transition to that chocolate, the peanut butter M&M, the snow caps, whatever it is that you're into, the Whopper.
Yeah.
It's a great transitional piece. Great piece.
Yeah. You're the only one that agrees to that. Derek, what do you give it? The Twizzler.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
10 being the best.
man, I'm going to go 4.
All right. Steve?
1 to 10. $8.5.
Bullshit. Terry?
Terry Bear's going to go with a 4 because I would choose a Whopper over a Twizzler.
You're damn right you would. That's my boy.
Jesus Christ.
That's my boy.
What did you say, 4?
You looking at me?
Did you give it a rating? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
Said foe for show.
I'll give this a 2.
You're a fucking loser, dude.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll give it a 5, dude. It's not bad. It's
So you're
average.
tying it with
it's
the Whopper?
Average.
It's the same as the Whopper?
It's average.
I'm asking you a question. You gave the Whopper a 5, so it's next to the Whopper. You gave
It has no residence in Flavortown, USA. That's what I'm telling you.
out of your
It's
fucking
like
mind,
chewing a
dude.
plastic straw.
Check the zip code. It ain't
Like
there.
someone screaming strawberry from another room while I'm chewing plastic.
Absolutely, dude.
Heater.
All right. Speaking of goats, my pick will be Jesus Christ from The Passion of the Christ. Listen, no one, and I'll tell you guys the truth, no one got beat down like the man upstairs
biblical
when he
beat
came
down.
down. Dude, it was, thank you, Derek. But the dude just got ripped apart. He got whipped. He had to carry that cross, and then he was carrying his own murder stick.
Everyone's just mean as shit to him the whole time.
He
too.
suffocated. He was stabbed.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't murder him any more ways than you did. And James Caviezel?
Caviezel? Yeah.
We all know I'm not great with names, but and Mel Gibson directed an absolute disgusting yet
Man.
poignant beating.
We went with the church to see this in the theaters, and I had to be like 10.
Yeah.
I remember just like sitting there at one point and just being like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here right now. Like, oh man, it was brutal.
Guys in the chat, what do you think about Jesus getting beat up? Also, what do you think about the Twizzlers? And Derek, what do you got next?
Oh man. Oh man, I'm just so sad thinking about Jesus right now.
I know.
Hey, why don't we
lick.
before Derek answers, why don't we see what some of the chat's been doing?
All right, it's people in the chat.
Chat, what you got?
Got to start with Strong Lethal Weapon 1. We already said that. Went down more. Rocky 4 made my list.
Dude. Kill Bill.
Beatrix versus Go-Go and Kill Bill 1.
So many good Kill Bills. I was
Mr.
thinking about
Milktoast
that.
going back to Rocky 4. He's a machine, not a man. Pluck Her Eye Out. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story.
Awesome movie.
Bruce versus Johnny Sun, 60-second match. That was awesome. That's an underrated movie, man. That was the first Liu Kang, too, that guy. I didn't know you guys liked anime, Luigi. We do. Actually, I would say it's more... Terry, do you like anime?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of anime.
So I have like a very surface level knowledge, but Derek and Terry are definitely the goats in this crew. Final fight scene of Green Street Hooligans. Top 3 movie scene for me. Chris Bonner. Did anyone else see that?
I've never seen that.
It passed us.
Oh, we got to all do that together.
Yeah. Gogeta whooped that ass. Yeah,
Hell
he
yeah, he
did.
did.
That was awesome. What about Perfect Cell versus Gohan?
Perfect Cell versus Gohan.
That's my number one.
All time.
I hate Gohan. I hate his character.
Not that Gohan. You don't hate teen Gohan, do you?
Young Gohan,
He
though?
killed his dad. He couldn't go through with it.
His dad killed himself. He
His
gave
dad had
Cell
to
a senzu
sacrifice.
bean.
Well,
He gave up the fight.
yeah, because he knew he's not going to be around forever. He says it too.
Right.
And he looks at Vegeta and he's like, yeah, and he's not going to be around either. So he had to like
I
groom
understand.
a new champion, and his son failed, and it cost his father's life.
Yeah, but it took that for him to unlock his true potential. Because Gohan is the strongest character, but he can't get there unless he's angry. He doesn't have it in him. So he needs to see something devastating to turn him around. It's 16 getting his head stomped that makes him finally let it all go, right?
It unlocks
go.
his potential, but just the fact that like he
Let go, Gohan.
he can stop training, and his dad and Vegeta go through so many battles, and this dude can catch up just by like one training session with Piccolo in the rain. Come on.
But Derek,
Yes.
if there's one thing you listen to in the gym to get you through that last set, isn't it Gohan defeating Cell
Isn't that the
and Goku talking to him and
lot
saying,
of
I don't know
times.
where you got it in your head that you can't
Oh,
do
yeah.
this, but shut the fuck up and kill this guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have it in the background all the time.
Dude, I did some gym training workout video posts and stuff, and I used Dragon Ball Z music as like the background to it. What do you guys listen to?
It'll get you fired up, man.
Steve likes a warm glass of milk and with his Dungeons and Dragons and cartoons. Steve, is that true?
I wouldn't say a glass of milk. I'm not a big milk guy, but maybe water or something. Yeah.
Harken back to Dragon Ball Z. Paul said no shot Invincible is way more brutal. Shannon gave the Twizzler a 10. Mr. Milktoast, look at the way the light glints off that Twizzler. Isn't that made out of pleather? Nothing is. If that isn't made out of pleather, nothing is. Conquest monologue is epic. Yeah, it is. Agree with Steve. And funny thing about that is the guy that played Negan is Conquest, and the guy that plays Glenn is Invincible.
Yeah.
Funny thing about that is my pick, Negan to Glenn in The Walking Dead. Now, you're gonna say good job about that, dude? That transition.
That was nice.
Come on, dude.
Hey, buddy. You did really
He's
good.
never gonna give me any prop. But listen, I was all on board with The Walking Dead until this happened. I was kind of like out after that. Like the show just lost its heart to me, and I'm all about heart.
Love that
But
heart.
this scene, how they were like, these guys were never totally helpless throughout most, if not all, of this show.
Yeah,
And this was the
sick.
one time where they were just victims. They were just helpless to another person. And the guy just
man.
beat him to death. And everyone had to watch that. That was,
Negan
that
is
is-
a motherfucker of a
dude,
person.
that's stuck in my brain, dude, to this day.
He's got one of those voices too that just resonates with the character so well.
He's got that insane charisma.
Yeah.
Did y'all read any of the Walking Dead comics?
I read the
No.
first, like,
I've heard they're so good, but I have not.
There is a. Do you guys want to know who Negan actually was in the regular world? Do you know?
no,
He was a gym teacher.
that's nuts.
He was just a gym teacher who like cheated on his wife all the time. And then in this crazy world that developed, he became this guy.
That's
Great
wild.
pick.
Back in the chat, Shannon, I can't really think of Twizzlers and Jesus at the same time. Rough. Mr. Milktoast, Way of the Dragon, Tang versus Colt, Bruce Lee taking on Chuck Norris. Absolutely, dude.
Yeah,
Bro,
that was
Gohan
sick.
as Piccolo as a father.
True.
The
It's the father
only
that stepped
one you can hate is Goku. No, dude, why the Goku hate is because he's another like Jesus, or excuse me, Superman archetype.
But
Where
not really.
Not
I got to
really.
fight you on that.
he's always
yeah,
the
I'll
good
fight you,
guy.
Son
He never
Wukong.
does the ending, like the finish kill. He won't kill anyone. He does, but like he doesn't want to.
But
It's definitely Superman.
But he's not a hero. That's the big thing, is the only role of Goku and like his characterization from the author is, I hate when they try and make him a hero. Goku just wants to fight the strongest guys. That's it. It's not for being a hero or a villain or to protect this planet. In fact, they changed his monologue, his Frieza monologue, to be more like a hero in the show.
Yeah.
But really, it was just like, I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. You're just a strong guy and you hurt my friend, so I'm going to kill you.
Dude, 100%. And I remember that they saying that they changed like his monologue to make him seem more like a hero, where he was like guardian of good and all that stuff. Something
Nightmare
like
to
that.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I feel
Shout out Sean Schemmel, dude.
Marty, not
Rose.
only is it tough to watch, it's tough to listen to.
Marty,
I'm over here dying, bud.
Steve, he's talking about
I
we're
wanna
forgetting
blow my
about Abraham getting
frickin'
beat too. It's tough to watch.
Brains out.
Mr. Milktoast, the Avengers, the Incredible Hulk versus Loki, puny god. It's true. That was a good
great
beatdown.
one.
So, who's up next? We had
Derek.
Me.
Last one, buddy.
This is my last one.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got two in my head. I don't know which one I'm gonna go with.
You can say both. The last one you can do.
Yeah, dude, you can do whatever you
Sure,
want. It's
yeah,
your
last
podcast.
one.
All right, I'm gonna go double anime for you, Steve.
Wow,
I'm gonna go with.
hold on. Before you go, let me just.
Get the camera in on Steve.
All right, whatever, man. I'm gonna go suck on a Twizzler. Anyway,
At least no one can hear his mic now.
I'm listening,
all right,
Derek.
Now that the child's fallen asleep,
Yeah.
we can continue our evening.
I'm listening to you,
All
buddy.
right, man. I'm going with Colonel Roy Mustang versus Greed from Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if anyone else has seen that show here. Probably. I
I
don't know.
watched a little bit of it, but I don't know those characters like that.
So basically, bad guy kills his best friends. Dude's in the military, and he has the ability to control fire, right? Well, one of his best friends from the military gets brutally murdered by this big bad, right? And it's like a shape-shifting demon, basically. He tracks it down and realizes, like, you can't escape fire. Like, you can shapeshift all you want, basically. And tracks his ass down, like, underground, and just starts. Every time he snaps his fingers, it explodes in flames, and he just fucking
Every
goes
time,
off.
every time he snaps, it explodes in flames.
Like, he can just, like, the friction, and he can use that as his power.
Holy shit!
Bam.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit!
like that show.
Yeah.
The brother's a little bitchy, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Derek's getting bullied by a guy who plays D&D.
It's true. It's true. Shut up,
Hey.
nerd.
yeah. And what's your other one, Derek?
My other one
I'll
is
own
going to
it.
be Majin Vegeta
Mm-hmm.
versus Majin Buu
All right,
when he makes himself explode
dude. The Dragon Ball
and
love
just
today. dude.
wipes
Happy about
half
that.
the planet away with that shit.
yeah.
I could do Dragon Ball forever. I
the
mean,
sacrifice.
there's definitely like some better beatdowns going on in that show, probably, honestly. But this one just sticks out. The speech is fantastic. It's my gym fuel forever, which is all someone else put. Totally agree. I mean, I got the tattoo on my leg. Like, it's
Wasn't it Jace versus Vegeta, the Ginyu Force?
that was a sick one.
Was it? Or did I get the
Goku-
wrong guy?
Goku
There was.
versus Jace bitch.
Yeah.
That was a sick
And
beatdown from
he
Goku.
paralyzed the one guy. Raccoon.
Yeah,
One shot him.
yeah, that was sick. Goku's moving so fast they don't even realize he's moving.
No,
They just keep punching through like a
it
hologram.
took him forever to get there, dude.
Yeah,
Honorable mention, Mr. Milquetoast, dude, great pick. Batman knocking out Guy Gardner's Green Lantern with a single punch. Also, do you guys think that they're going to do that at any point in time in James Gunn's universe? Steve doesn't know it. It's an iconic thing, dude. I'll show it to you.
Hell yeah, I do.
I mean, I hope they do. I mean, if they're gonna bring them together in the same universe, they got to do it that way. Like,
And they're making Guy Gardner look like such a Guy Gardner.
yeah, the Guy Gardner, man. The Ginyu Force is super fruity. That's a fact, dude.
Steve, what do you got, brother?
So I'm gonna switch the bid. This one also, maybe not the strongest, but it just resonates with me.
That's all that matters.
Hell yeah.
The movie Casino,
All right.
Good one, Steve.
where what's his name? Joe Pesci's character, Nicky,
Oh,
Tommy.
and his brother
yeah.
get set up in that cornfield
Oh, dude.
and get their shit kicked out on
That one.
baseball
Great
bats.
pick, dude.
Dude,
Yeah, that's a
that
sick
gave me
pick.
chills again. Like just being a kid and watching that, I think I was more terrified of like cornfields just because of that
Yeah.
than like Jeepers Creepers or some bullshit. Like that shit was crazy, and the way he calls out for his brother,
Yeah,
like,
man,
it's
that's
kinda
just
like-
brutal.
yeah, it was like sad. But yeah, he got the.
Well,
Yeah.
he had it
Great
coming,
movie.
dude.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah,
Of course, but
he
still.
wasn't.
But the way that he gets beat and you're seeing it, and then when they throw them into, like, yeah, right there, when
It's-
they throw them into the ditch
Yeah,
and you see their, like, beaten faces.
yeah,
Great pick.
yeah. That one.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, like in the movie, he's a dick. It's like, yo, I'm waiting for him to get the shit kicked out of him, but then he gets the shit kicked out of him in that type of way, and it's like, damn, like you kind of feel sorry for him or bad. You're like, oh fuck.
You do.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that one was.
That was a great pick, dude.
Oh,
Terry,
love Joe Pesci.
last one.
I got a bit of a zinger here. Robin Williams as Peter Pan beating Rufio and totally taking his entire group of Lost Boys with him
Ugh.
through sword fighting a teenager as a 40-something.
Yeah.
That's just all I want to do. The second I'm 40, I want to have a sword fight with a teen and win over his crew.
He can fly.
He
He
can
can fly.
He can fight. But
He
can
can-
he crawl?
Oh, man. I love that movie.
Yeah,
an
that was a
all-time movie.
great pick, Terry.
All-time
Thank
movie.
you.
This is like a very like well-rounded list, dude. I like
Yeah,
this.
these are great.
All
All right.
So my last one, if I can get, can I
Send
go
us off.
two?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Go for it.
All right, so one will be a quick one. Back in Steve, there was a time in comics where Dick Grayson, the original Robin, no longer became Robin. He wanted to be his own character, so he became Nightwing. So what happened was they made a new Robin, and his name was Jason Todd. Now, the comic book community back then, think about it.
This was
There was no
huge.
internet, right? So the hatred was just written in letters. So what these guys did is they made a thing in one of the comics where you could write in and vote. What is Jason Todd's future? Are they going to let him live? He was kidnapped by the Joker. Or are they going to let him die? And it was overwhelmingly kill him. So the Joker took a crowbar and beat Robin, Jason Todd, to death over and over again. If you watch the animated movie on this, which is excellent, Under the Red Hood, if you guys watch this, he beats him so bad and you see him just all dislocated, like trying to like escape and get to the door, and there's a bomb there, and then he's blown up after he's beaten to death. Later he becomes the hero that's the Red Hood, which I think would be like an equivalent to Punisher or
Very-
Winter Soldier kind of thing.
Yeah.
More Winter Soldier because he's fundamentally good, but he's just tainted. But that would be one. And then I would say, kicking it back to Invincible, Omni-Man versus the Guardians of the Globe. If you guys watched the first season of Invincible, there's a lot of good fights in there, and I actually was thinking a lot about it. Imagine like the Justice League versus Superman that's gone bad, and Superman just rips them all apart. And they were giving it to him a little bit.
A little. Some of them had,
But-
respectable powers, but
The Flash,
Couldn't stand
the
up.
Flash guy,
that was brutal.
he caught his head and was smashing his head as the Flash guy was punching, and his hands started breaking.
Oh
so
shit! Yeah, I
bones
totally
were
forgot
popping
about
out.
that scene. Yeah.
What a way to open a
Where he literally
series.
kills
Like,
everyone in the most brutal
Yeah,
way.
he beats them all to death, dude.
plus,
Yeah.
no one that didn't
That
read
was
the
like-
comics saw that coming.
Wasn't
No.
that like
That
episode
was-
1 or that was like
that was the
early
first
on?
episode.
It was
like
super early on. They established
So-
what this show
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was really cool about that is they ended the episode. Like the credits came up. That was a post-credits scene. So it ended like, oh, this is a normal superhero movie, and then or superhero show. And then after post-credits, it's like, nah, fam, here we
No.
go.
Yep. It
That
set the
was-
tone perfectly for that show.
Just to clean up the chat real quick, the Ginyu Force is super fruity, won't disagree. Mental Beatdown, Superman 2, Superman tricks Lex Luthor. The fans that are blamed for that, you're right, Mr. Milktoast. Supposedly DC Comics was surprised that the fans chose that. Yeah, I heard about that. Jason Todd isn't dead. Luigi, you're right. He's the Red Hood. Paul, last one, Thanos smashing Hulk. Dude, that was a beatdown, and that was supposed to be Silver Surfer. We'll talk about that another day. And Mr. Milktoast, Superman pretty much is a one-man Justice League. You ain't lying, brother. Now, Derek's topic. Derek, do you want to jump into the trailer talk, and I'll prepare the next candy.
Excellent. All right, guys. Let's talk some movie trailers. The phone is ringing again. The Black Phone 2 trailer just dropped with Ethan Hawke returning as the Grabber, this time from beyond the grave. Set 4 years after the first film, Gwen's haunted by visions tied to a mysterious winter camp. Let's break down what's next for this creepy franchise. John, how you feeling about it, buddy?
Dude, honestly, I got some notes here that I wanted to talk about. So I love the first Black Phone. Ethan Hawke is absolutely horrifying in it. I didn't know originally if it was like just a creepy dude or was it like a supernatural.
Yeah.
Later on you find out, but I want to see more about this universe. It was extremely suspenseful. The sequel looks scary, and they look like they're expanding it, but it looks a little like my boy Marty said. It's a little bit of Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yeah.
and I want to think that it's the best form of that. The first Nightmare on Elm Street was terrifying.
Sure.
So if it has a lot of that kind of callback, and I know that they're going to a camp, so like, is it kind of like a Friday the 13th too? But yeah, I just want to see. I want to know more about the
Yeah.
Black Phone.
Yeah, I want some lore.
where that's going
I want to
to.
know where
Yeah.
it started. What's up with the masks? Like, they're so creepy. I love the masks they made for this movie.
Yeah,
Like, it looks like that's something you get for like a Halloween mask.
dude, it's terrifying, Steve.
Yeah, so this one looked pretty good. I think it looked better than the first one. I didn't pull the trigger on the first one. It was one of those movies that I kept like watching the trailer
Mm-hmm.
every so often when it was like, oh, there's nothing on. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, let me watch it again.
Yeah,
And I just couldn't commit to it.
yeah.
But this one actually looks really good, so I do have to. I'm gonna watch the first one, catch up, watch this one. But yeah, it does look good.
It's a good movie, dude. It'll lock you in. It'll keep.
It was
you
just one of those, like,
interested.
like I'm not a big
I get it.
supernatural, and I thought it was kind of like that. But then
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you got a little kid trapped in your basement.
It's almost like it's
very
grounded, and you
suspenseful.
don't know if like who's on the phone, if it's like a mental mind fuck, or if it's like supernatural. Then it like it goes a place. But Terry, do you got any thoughts?
I fucking love the Black Phone with Ethan Hawke.
There you go.
I fucking love it. I thought it was such a good movie. I'm so excited for more anything involving this franchise. I think we should go into a little spoiler talk here. So spoilers, 5, 4, 3, 2.
We'll wave our hands when
One.
we're done.
So it's a ghost story, and it's not afraid to just be a 70s style ghost story, and I love that. The supernatural is borderline goofy, but it works because you've bought in so much to the world that the Black Phone creates. I think it is just a masterclass in making horror and making cinema that harkens back to like 70s movies that you really enjoy. There's a shining element to it. There's like a
Good call.
there's just parts of this movie that are like, I buy into the goofiness that most modern audiences wouldn't buy in because they like did the work to set it up and make me feel, oh, this is a movie from the 70s. I love this movie. I think it is so good, and I'm glad that they're continuing it. But also, where do they go? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Wave apart. They're going to go somewhere, and we're going to go have a milk dud right now.
All right.
Here you go, Steve. Your favorite candy, buddy. Third nomination is the milk dud on the candy game. Box was already open because I had some this week. So there you go. So Derek, kick it off.
I can't really talk right now because my teeth are glued together.
Yeah, I swallowed it already. Fuck that thing.
Cut that out.
Oh, clip
Steve,
it.
since you swallowed it, what's the deal?
It sucks, dude. Fuck, I wanted it as soon as it got in my mouth. I wanted it out. I wanted it out. As soon as I bit down.
Pause. What do you got,
Oh,
buddy?
here we go.
What's your rank?
3.
Wow, that's just, you're just being fucking dis.
I'm not. I'm being realistic. I'm being honest.
Derek?
Listen,
You're
I like
being
the
spiteful.
flavor of the things,
Oh.
but I hate being sticky. And I hate shit sticking in my mouth. I don't want to be sitting there just smacking my gums like an old man with his dentures, you know?
I like to call it flavor saver.
Oh, man. Let's not talk about your flavor saver, buddy. I'm going to go... I'm going to
Pause
go
that,
with
dude. What the fuck were you
a
doing?
5 out
Are
of
you
10.
kidding?
5 out of 10.
I like the flavor, but it's just the chewing thing for me.
Come on, Terry. What do you got, bro?
Terry's coming in with a 7.
7.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Erica
Mr. Milk Toast, too.
Jessberger.
Yeah, it's a week-old milk dud, so it added fucking extra fucking... That thing was stale as shit, dude.
How long does it take to chew on? Shannon, I'll bring one to the gym this week. We'll test it out. Angie, I know I love you. Milk duds are my favorite number 1 pick. Erica, rank equals 0. I'm going to give this a 9 for the haters out there. I
Not to
don't
mention,
think-
keep in mind, it's a week-old dud.
It's not a week old.
Cool.
These things are boxed for a long time, dude, before you open them anyway.
Yeah, but it's
not
been
like they're
open for how
preserving
long?
them.
When did you get that?
Friday? Saturday.
It's been open since.
No, Friday.
Box of chocolate-covered rocks at this point.
It's not like they're preserved inside the box. All right, so Derek, what do you got for the next topic, buddy?
All right, guys. Next one is a real exciting one for me personally. We have the Alien Earth trailer just dropped. So let's break it down. Let's see how terrifying it is and how it stacks up with the rest of the franchise. Is this going to be a return to form or just another hollow scream in space? Steve, any thoughts?
Dude, it's going to be...
Go ahead.
I'm not going to like it. I'll say that. I didn't see the most recent one. What is it called?
Romulus.
Yeah, Romulus, dude.
You need to, dude.
So
no,
good.
I'm not a big alien guy. The whole... I don't know. I just could never get into it. Could
No?
never get into it.
Really? I'm the opposite. Alien's one of my, I would say probably my favorite horror ever.
Now, you would think... So you classify this as a horror?
Aliens horror, but I mean,
Yeah.
Aliens was
Al-
action.
Alien,
It's like action
horror,
horror.
like sci-fi thriller.
Yeah.
Aliens is definitely more space adventure action.
James Cameron, same recipe as Terminator, right? First one was horror, second one was action.
Yep.
So I love it. So I'm excited to see more about the universe, what new aliens are going to introduce.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of brutal fucking deaths. And I'm excited to see some kills.
Dude, ever since I saw Alien Romulus, I've wanted another delicious meal from the Alien franchise. Aliens is back. Aliens and Predator are back. That Alien Romulus movie was really, it was my favorite movie last year. Number 1, numero uno.
Yeah, that movie was great. I liked it because it was a return to form on the first movie where
Yeah.
like you're on the edge of your seat wondering like where's these aliens at? Like what the hell's going to happen next? Like
Yeah.
you start getting on the edge of your seat watching it. It's a lot of fun.
Dude, I like, so from the trailer, I like, I'm thinking it's a show that's going to be a slow burn, right? Because you can't have them run around the entire thing, but I think
Right.
it's going to be like an eerie type of vibe. I like that the hero's an android, so we're presumably seeing like the first one, if not one of them
Yep.
in the universe. And she's also not going to get infected, right? So the stakes are probably her in protecting other people. It'll be around spooky season 2. I think it premieres the end of August, so it'll probably still be running through Halloween. So like that'll be a cool show to kind of watch around Halloween time too, you know?
Definitely.
So yeah, I'm really pumped about this.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man.
Derek, what do you got for the next topic?
All right, let's move it along.
Yeah.
Wait, on this though, I remember that picture of the alien reminded me. I remember being a kid, and I got a I don't know if it was from like a friend or a family member. Got an action figure of the alien. And I remember like you would hit the back of its head or something, and the thing, his like the mouth alien would come out.
Yeah.
And I remember he was the first to go.
Oh yeah.
Epic battle between X-Men, Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joes, and this thing. I remember ripping that thing out, breaking them down early, and just forgetting about them.
Dude, toys back then were so much fun. They're not like that
Dude,
anymore.
it's not, dude. Setting up, epic battles.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do
Epic
top
battles.
5
Just
action
setting
figures
them up.
someday.
Remember like taking white
Wow.
out on like the you know those like little G.I. Joes, like the green joints?
Yeah.
Remember like taking white out, painting their helmets like enemy colors, like making them white and taking like a Sharpie marker and color it red, blue, green, like whatever it was.
Yeah.
And just mopping them up, dude. Epic battles.
Yeah.
That's
Whether it be
the
a top
nerdiest
5
thing besides
beatdown?
Dungeons and Dragons you've ever
Did you
done.
have a top
you've ever
5
said.
beatdown in those battles? Would you
Yeah.
say?
Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
We talking action figure battles?
Dude,
Hell
actually,
yeah.
dude, I'd have them set up all around the room. We'd go outside. We'd go outside with it. We go mobile.
Remember that Hulk Hogan with the arms? They only went like this? No?
Yes.
All right, maybe that's me.
Well, you know,
I
it's
didn't
funny.
like the action
The
figures.
He-Man
They were
toys,
one
the Ninja
trick
Turtles.
thing. I didn't
Stretch
like the
Armstrong.
action figures. Stretch Armstrong.
Dude,
Badass.
The action figures that could
Transformers.
only do one thing was not a fan of. I had to get it where you could do whatever with their legs, their arms. They had to be.
that's why the
they had to
Ninja
be
Turtle
flexible.
toys, they had the shoulders
Yeah,
that were
the ball,
rolly.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
might have to do like a throwback episode on
We should.
action figures and just
Dude, we should do a
cool
whole
90s
episode on
stuff.
action figures.
Yeah, honestly,
Marty, you want to be on that one?
there might be something to be said there, though, of like, John said that modern action figures are no good. Do we know that, or do we just not play with them? We should get some modern ones and stack them up against some old school ones.
I think like the
Are kids still
construction
playing
and the
with
way
them
that
as
they're
much?
assembled and the way that they're built now are like beautiful. They look very like human-esque, human-esque, or like very much, they're better put together. But ultimately, maybe it's because I don't have a kid. You guys have kids, but they're not big enough yet, right? Like I don't see kids playing with toys anymore. So like that aspect, it is like, it's not there, man.
So
It's
I
the
didn't
games
think
and
so.
systems.
I agree with John. However, I did see my nephew yesterday. During the day, he's 6 or 7.
All right.
No, I'm tripping. He's about to be 8, and he was outside with his Legos, getting after it, building. He built Optimus Prime.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, like
That's what
he
we
was
like to
out
see.
there. Yeah, like my nephew was out there. I was
Nice,
like,
man.
oh shit, all right. He's out there on the deck, getting in the dirt with it, and I was like, that's the
Hell
first
yeah.
time I seen something like that in a while.
My sister was 4 years older than me. She still is 4 years older than me. And she used to have Barbies, and I used to storm her Barbie place with all my action figures.
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah, dude.
the Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles used to
All right.
beat the shit out of them and take their wenches
Yeah.
as trophies.
that.
I'm
like
sure.
in Small Soldiers. Do you
Yeah.
remember that movie?
You probably
Yeah,
took
we
her
stormed
Barbies
that
and played
shit.
with them yourself.
Yeah,
Your
thanks,
sister
Steve.
probably like yelled at you.
Yeah, I didn't see that going. You're just sitting there
Watching
whacking
your
off
yuppie
the
guppies.
multiple
Watching your
fingered
yuppie
action
guppies
figures.
eating
Yeah,
your
I
fucking.
bet you.
Dude, you know
You
what
gotta-
you were? You were
What?
that kid playing with like your action figures and the Barbies, and you know what candy that
Yeah.
you'll never admit that you did?
What?
But that was like your heat.
Yeah.
Those fucking candy necklaces. You were iced out in candy necklaces. The bracelets
Yeah.
sitting there playing with your fucking
Dude, you know who
action
you were?
figures.
Do you know who you were? You were that kid that was always like, "Don't touch my action figures." You were that guy that like we couldn't play with you because you were such a dickhead.
No, I
You
was the
played with
guy.
your toys by yourself. Don't touch my toys.
I was the kid
was
that
you.
was like, "Yo, let's strap an M80 to this motherfucker and see what happens."
Oh, so you're the bad kid.
No, I was
You're Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah, you're the asshole across the street.
sorry. I wanted to have fun, dude. I didn't know, Yeah, go home with your candy necklaces, John. Watch Yuppie Guppy Time.
Yeah,
you
play by
fucking
yourself because no one else wants to play with you,
loser.
Steven. Bring back TMNT, Louis G. They never left, brother. They're still stronger than ever, man.
Yeah, John sucked on a ring pop or two back in his day, I'm sure.
Yeah. How many licks does it take, Steve?
You tell me, John. You tell me. We saw your tongue out a few minutes ago, you
Yeah,
fucking
brother.
nerd.
You have no
Yeah.
idea.
Jesus Christ.
Am I
Right, I don't.
Mr. Milk Toast? Paul, actually, Milk duds are the candy you threw out at Halloween. That's
Fact.
dude. No, it's not.
You get that little box that has like 2 milk duds in it.
I know.
Shake that. I'm like, oh, cool. A task. I just
Am I-
throw it away.
Am I the only one who doesn't like the idea of aliens on Earth? I didn't like it in Aliens 4 or Predator vs. Alien. I think this is going to be way better. I mean,
Yeah.
FX is like they're just better with,
I see your
with
point,
shows.
I think they're going to do good with this.
Muscle Mage, OG
name.
Alien was my favorite horror movie ever, but the rest of the series is pretty rough. Oh, dude,
Horror
Aliens. Aliens is wonderful, dude.
I never thought of Aliens as a horror movie. That's interesting that
The first one
people
is
who
definitely
like
horror.
it class it as that. That's interesting.
Yeah, 1 and
Mr.
2 are very different.
Mr. Milquetoast, I still have the Hulk Hogan figure. He's doing a gorilla palm slam, dude. Absolutely. It's the toy industry in the last 15 years. Hasbro is currently downsizing. Yeah, dude. It's a shame, man. So Derek, what do you got next on the next top?
All right.
While Derek's doing that, we're going to go candy number 4.
Oh, boy. What you got, buddy?
Candy number 4 was Steve's number 1 overall pick. Thank you, Terry. I will.
Now we're talking, right?
this
Excellent
open.
choice.
The peanut butter M&M. The peanut butter M&M, which is actually the superior
is.
chocolate
Oh, yeah.
peanut butter Reese PC. Thank you for correcting us last week on how to pronounce it, Terry.
Delicious. Mm-mm-mm.
Thank you.
They melt in your mouth.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. These guys are the winners right now.
I'm a whore for peanut butter, John. I love it.
I'm a peanut
They do
butter
it so
slut.
well. Mm-mm.
I'll say there's not much topping that. There's not much. What do you guys in the chat? Have you ever had the peanut butter M&Ms? These things are absolute
right.
hitters. Real quick, we'll speed this up. Terry, what do you got?
This is the perfect 10.
Which I'm sorry, did you say that?
I said this is a perfect 10.
Yep.
The peanut butter M&M is one of the perfect candies that exist.
Yeah, it really is.
I can't argue that, Derek.
I gotta give it a 10.
10.
It's
2 10s. Peanut butter M&Ms.
so good.
Steve-O.
9.
Wow. I'm going to go with Steve. I'm going to say it's a 9. There's no perfect
100 out
candy.
of 10. Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, Derek, what do you got, buddy?
All right, man. Let's jump into the next trailer. I'm just thinking about how I want to shovel those in my mouth right now. All right.
It's like so many things.
Oh, man. Anyway, the Happy Gilmore 2 trailer just dropped.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler's back on the green and is bringing major nostalgia with some new twists. It releases on to Netflix July 25th. Did the trailer land the comedy? Let's break it down. Steve, how are we feeling about the trailer, dude?
I'm excited. I think it's obviously a big fan of the first one. It's been so long. Definitely one of my favorite movies growing up. This and what was it? Jesus.
Billy Madison?
Yeah, Billy Madison.
Yeah, hand in hand.
Almost like wore it out just watching it all the time,
Yeah,
right? But then again, I'm excited but also nervous because Adam Sandler recently has been
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Real-
dramatic movies aren't bad. But his
So I'm
comedy
hoping that
films?
he still brings that
trash.
energy that he brought back then for the original.
Yeah.
But again, like we've always said, do you need it's never as good as the original. It's just gonna ruin it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I am I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. But yeah,
I get it, dude.
Nah.
That's a good feedback, Derek.
I line up with you, man. I'm nervous. Like, I love the original, and I'm tired of. I hate money grabs and doing something for the sake of doing it. Some movies don't need a sequel. Some
Yeah.
they tied it up the loose ends, finished the story. We had a great time. Let it be, man. Like it was perfect already. Like look at Dumb and Dumber when they try to make money off that
Yeah,
again. Like it
that
went
was bad.
terrible. Having said that, I'm an Adam Sandler fanboy, like most kids that grew up in the '90s, you know. But yeah, some of his comedies lately are
Here's-
I'm afraid I'm gonna be watching like a reference to the old
Yeah.
movie for 2 hours.
Yeah,
you know what I
dude.
mean?
like
I think like the humor from that decade might not translate to today's like viewer. But I don't know. Like, I know that they're going to do a lot of callbacks. You see it in the trailer.
Yeah.
Even like,
I love that he stays loyal to like it's always the same group of guys.
Yeah.
he's got his people.
Yeah, like,
Happy Madison is a great company for that.
Who's Bad Bunny's is Caddy. Chubbs is deceased, but his son's in there, and his son's missing a hand. It might be like a cool watch for the first like 20 minutes, and then you know what? It might be a little
Yeah,
forced.
we'll see. I just hope they have a good story to it. And like
He's
you said,
broke
it's not
again.
a callback, right?
Why is everyone broke every time? You know, Terry, you got any thoughts?
Yeah, I do. I think there's too many of Adam Sandler's friends in it. I think I'm not crazy about all the celebrity cameos being in there. That to me is a little scary because that was, the first like truly like Adam Sandler movie was a movie called Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
Al Pacino is in that movie. And, that's one of America's greatest actors. So I'm a little concerned with all the people that are in it. I think that might sign that it's going to be a stinker. That being said, who wrote it? Is Adam Sandler the kind of guy that is going to retread something that we all hold so sacred and kind of not do a good job with it? Or is this the comeback vehicle for Adam Sandler comedy? I don't know, but I'm on the fence.
If any of his movies are going to be like, that's the comedy comeback, it's going to be this. This guy lives life like a bum. Happy Gilmore's a bum in this. He's got to find his way. I'll tell you the movie right now. He's got to find his way back.
Right. Does he need money for something to help his family?
Got to save the house. The house is probably up. He has too many kids, it looks like. MJF, AEW professional wrestler, is actually in this. He's one of Adam Sandler's sons. But let's just jump on for we're running out of time here.
Yeah, let's move along.
Guys, let's go to the movie news things, and we'll just break this shit down real fast. I read a little article the other day. A little news came out, and it was, what if Michael Bay or Christopher McQuarrie directed Superman? So after Henry Cavill's return in Black Adam, Warner Brothers reportedly eyed both Michael Bay and Mission Impossible director Christopher McQuarrie to lead a Man of Steel sequel. The studio denied it, but imagine either one taking the reins. Would Bay's chaos or McQuarrie's precision have worked better for Superman, Steve? Michael Bay's the guy that did Transformers.
Yeah. I'm torn
McQuarrie's
with
did
him.
Mission Impossible.
I'm torn with Michael Bay. I liked him, but then like, I don't know, you hear about him with like the whole Megan Fox thing, and then like, didn't his movies kind of go downhill after that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael
Like,
Bay's known for
I feel
like
the
cool action
quality,
shots and beautiful women.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like I liked him in the beginning, and then I just feel like the quality of his movies have gone down. I think at that time, like when if this would have went down, I think back then it would have been hype or maybe been good.
Yeah.
Now, if it was to come out and say Michael Bay's doing it, nah.
All right, Derek.
Yeah, I think if we're looking at like an earlier 2000s Michael Bay, I might be a little more excited.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
his recent catalog, I can't stand it. Like, I'll fall asleep during a Michael Bay movie. It'll just be a bunch of action on the screen for no reason.
Dude, he
And
loved the
shit
drone in the ambulance
Just
movie.
filling it all in.
It's like it's the first time he ever found a drone and was just like, yo, we got cool drone
I could
shots.
be off by saying this, but wasn't there a time where him and like Christopher Nolan were going like bang for bang? Like they were just dropping heaters. Almost. It was like no.
Not the Bay.
No. He was making a lot of money. He was grossing a lot of money in the theaters.
Yeah.
Like that first Transformer movie was pretty good.
First
I
one was
liked it.
fun, but then it's all Linkin
It goes
Park and
downhill.
explosions.
But let me tell you why I'm like a little bit interested in a Michael Bay directed Superman movie. One, Michael Bay has cool visual effects and fighting, right? Two, he knows how to like make the hero go away and come back. Optimus Prime was always, for some reason in a Transformers movie, not available for any capacity. And then he had the hero's return at the end of the film. That would be cool as shit to see Superman do. Three, he would have an attractive Lois Lane. There's never really been an attractive Lois Lane. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is now your new most attractive Lois Lane. Anyone fight me on that besides Terry Hatcher?
I didn't hate the Man of Steel Lois Lane. She was a little cutie.
Christopher McQuarrie would be cool too. I mean, but I just don't want. That's like Tom Cruise's boy, and I don't want Tom Cruise being like, I'm the only one that can beat Superman. Like that Mission Impossible movie, there's like Navy SEALs around, pro divers, and he's like, I'm the only one that can make this dive.
Yeah.
I don't want any of that, but I would see something.
Do you want Tom Cruise as Superman?
No. Don't touch it. He would be an awesome evil, like Lex Luthor.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'd love to see Tom Cruise as Superman. Yeah,
I think he'd do a great
he'd
job.
probably be the best Superman.
He'd probably make it a better character.
It would definitely. You know what? It'd probably hit $2 billion.
Yeah.
$2 billion?
$2 billion.
Why not 3?
Hands down, no questions
You're a
asked.
dickhead.
Maybe.
But he was supposed to be his father, Jarrell. Back in the chat, Paul Watts said the peanut butter M&Ms are 100 out of 10. Erica, thank you again. 10 out of 10. Violate the dress code. What's up? 10 out of 10 for sure. If you guys don't know, follow Violate the dress code and buy their stuff. Mr. Milquetoast, if there is no Bob Barker, is it really worth watching? I don't know. Have you watched The Price is Right? Drew Carey had an okay run. Chris Bonner, go to 10 out of 10. Mr. Milquetoast, Bay's movies tend to make money. You're not wrong.
What if they do that?
But it's depreciating, going down, right? Like they don't make as much. That's why they started over the franchise.
What if they brought like Drew Carey in to say that fucking line, or to incorporate something like that? I think that would ruin it for me.
That would be a wild
dude, you're
stretch.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
It could be cool. Who knows? With all
That's a cool
all
idea,
the
dude.
cameos they have, it's not out of the realm of possibility, honestly.
Mr. Louis G, the TMNT Bay wasn't too bad. Dude, that was terrible. That was terrible. And Mr. Milquetoast, Lois from Smallville was rather nice looking. Yeah, but the Lana character just completely overshadowed her. We look up that girl's life mission if you want to talk about some shit. But
dude, hold on. Let's go back to Louis G. Wasn't terrible.
Yes, it was. You wanted
I
the
agree with
Mikey
you.
that was
It
like
wasn't-
playing the thing or is that the second one?
The second one is definitely bad.
Well, when you have Shredder that's an android, I didn't like that. I didn't like that movie, man.
I think
I remember
because there
watching
hadn't been a Ninja Turtles movie since the 90s.
Yeah.
That like I just wanted something, and that's what we got. And for the time we were in, maybe settled. It wasn't the greatest, right? But I definitely watched it,
Yeah.
right? Like it was like, I'll watch this.
I like that they were huge in the Michael Bay movie. Like they were monstrously big.
Yeah,
Dude, they really played up their like power set too. Like they were very durable.
yeah.
Like they were was that the second one? They were sliding down the mountain hill and
I
stuff.
haven't seen the Bay ones.
They were holding up bullets.
I thought they looked
were able to
terrible.
withstand bullets.
Never watched it.
The second one, the Bebop and Rocksteady of it all is pretty interesting. Like just go on YouTube and watch a
Anyone
montage
care
of the
for a
Bebop
Whopper?
and Rocksteadies.
It was
I'm good.
pro wrestling. Sheamus was, I believe, Bebop in that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to the next topic, boys.
All right.
This is not a direct movie thing, but this affects how we watch movies. So AMC just announced they're adding even more ads before the movie starts. Is this a smart business move to boost revenue, or are they ruining the movie-going experience? Derek, what do you got?
I'm pissed off. I don't need more fucking ads in my life.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, it's ads. If I have the radio in my car on the way to the movies, you don't even get to hear music anymore.
Yeah.
It's fucking 20 minutes of ads and then like one Metallica song that they only play ever. And that's it. Now I go to the movies. I got to get more of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired of it. Like, leave us alone. You got to make money. Whatever. But calm down.
There's other ways to make money. There's other ways to generate revenue that they're missing out on. Like, listen, if they want to run these extra commercials, this is what they should do. They should have two movie times on the ticket. The first one is when they're allowed to go into the theater and sit down, right? And then the second one is the actual play time. Now, if you want to go in early and watch ads, go in early. But if you just want to go watch the movie, here's the other time.
I agree with
you.
that.
Know what I mean? And there's other, like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right.
Steve?
Dude, I fucking hate ads. It just reminded me. I mean, especially at the movies, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah. Give
Like,
me 3
fuck
trailers and lock
that.
me into what I paid for.
And I would even go on record saying, I think there's too many trailers.
All right.
They give you a bunch of bullshit for that one or two maybe possible hitters that you're excited about. Like, dude, you're giving me the fluffies, like, or the fluffers. Like, just give me the one or two hitters that
Yeah,
everyone
get to
wants
the money
see,
shot.
and then I'm here to watch the movie
I don't
paid
need
for.
foreplay.
Agreed.
But speaking about ads,
Yeah.
dude, my wife's been playing me for fucking I don't know, almost 8 years now.
Yeah. Well, she's a saint. She can do whatever she wants. She puts up with you.
So at the gym or when I'm in the car, you put music on, right? I have the iPhone, so it's iTunes. Switch back and forth to Spotify, but I don't pay for the Spotify, so every like 20 minutes an ad comes on. And worse is when you're at the gym. Nothing's worse than when you're in the thick of it, grunting, sweating, bloody nose, right?
Yeah.
And an ad pops on after you're just raging.
Messes you up.
So we get in the car for like a month or so ago to like drive somewhere, and she has her phone hooked up to it, and I noticed like no ads were playing. I was like, "Yo, how come no ads are playing?" She's like, "Oh, I got the family plan." And I was like, "How long you had this?" She goes, "Forever." And I was like, "Bitch, we've been together for 8 years, married for almost 4, and you're just telling me now?
Damn. That's cold.
Are you kidding?
Cold?
I'm out here living like a goddamn peasant. My skips are limited, so I gotta be strategic with my
She's
skips."
walking amongst kings
Yeah.
and queens with commercial-free advertising.
So then she gives me the login. It's like a whole new world. I was introduced to a whole new world. Unbelievable.
I think you should cut her a break. She's really nice.
Unreal.
I couldn't survive without Spotify Premium.
Same.
Hey, guys, listen, I don't have Spotify. We have it at the gym. I still have Pandora.
Oh, no shit.
Gross, dude.
It's on my phone.
No way.
Yeah.
Gross.
You have Pandora.
I got playlist on playlist
So
on
when you're in the
Pandora.
car cruising-
Follow me on my Pandora.
Does your Bluetooth connect to Pandora?
Goes right on there.
God.
That's like saying you got a
disgusting.
Nextel, dude.
Dude, it's in like, you know, at the bottom of the iPhone home screen, they have those 4 tiles that you put like your icons at to take you like a shortcut. Pandora's in there.
fucking
Why are
Pandora.
you smiling about that?
My man's got
terrible.
LimeWire on his iPad at
man.
home, dude.
I don't wanna-
MySpace, dude.
I
That's
don't
the
even
name of my
know
friends
what's on
on
your
it.
LimeWire, man. I don't.
Wow. And I thought I was a fucking pilgrim. Jesus
know.
Christ.
Erica, showing your age. You're damn right.
Oh man.
So we'll just jump.
Made me forget how pissed I am about the ads. Oh God.
I think the ads. I think it's gonna work.
Listen, if it's
Because-
at the beginning, like I saw in there earlier, like whatever, let me know when the movie fucking starts, I guess. But if I'm in the middle of a movie at the theater and a fucking commercial cuts on, I'm burning it down.
No, but think about
I'll
this.
burn it to the ground.
Think about this. I have a
Wait, they're
question for
talking
everyone
about
out there.
mid-movie dropping an ad?
No.
No.
They're increasing
Oh.
the ad times on the, like during the film. So
I'm
they want
just
you to sit
saying-
down.
For the preview.
Just saying, if we
Okay.
got
I don't
to
want
that
that.
level,
Yeah, but what if they
Def.
pull it? What if they pull a Netflix and they say the screening at 7 p.m. has ads in it, or you can pay $10 more per ticket, and no one is allowed to talk in the theater, and there's no ads, and it starts right away.
Netflix
See-
doesn't do that, though.
It
Yes,
took
they
us.
do. You
It
can
took us
pay
right now
for premium.
for Terry to just fix the entire Adam Aaron problem. Former CEO of the Sixers is now the CEO of AMC Theaters and is navigating them to bankruptcy.
I thought only like Amazon or like Paramount Plus does it. I've never seen.
No, there's all sorts of YouTube does it. Like YouTube
Well, yeah, I know
Premium.
YouTube does it, but I've never seen a Netflix ad.
Oh no, there is a Netflix ad account now. It's
Yeah.
like $7.99 versus $11.99. But the point is, I would absolutely pay a premium for silent theaters. Nobody in that theater can talk. I don't care if you're a child or serve 2 tours. Shut up. And if there's nothing but I'll go with Steve's thing. If there's 4 previews in the movie and then it just goes no ads and no
Yeah.
one's allowed to talk, I would pay more for that.
Dude,
I have to disagree.
go ahead.
It's already so expensive to go to the movies.
Yeah.
I want to hit my wife to the movies. By the time we buy the tickets, get the snacks, all that other horse shit, I'm gonna spend almost $100 to go see this movie. Now you want to tack on 10 more because people
Could've
need to
taken it
shut
to a
up?
nice
That's
steak
etiquette.
dinner.
You should shut up.
I take a lot of my friends to the movies. I pay for all the tickets.
You never take me to the movies, John.
Never asked. We go
You
literally
don't
every
want
week.
to go,
You can
dude. You don't want to go.
Why? Why don't you like going to movies with me?
No, it's overrated.
We sit down, we break bread, we eat a bunch of snacks, we watch a movie,
You
we talk
eat a
shit
bunch
about
of
it.
snacks, dude. You're
Dude, get
embarrassing.
the fuck out of here. I've seen your
You're
dirty little
embarrassing,
whore
dude.
hands going into the nachos with
Listen,
cheese.
dude, my
Oh.
pants have never fell down from all the fucking shit I got going on.
No, it's because my pants are falling down because you're trying to pull them down while we're watching the movie.
Yeah, all right, dude.
Terry, can you please hit the music?
Absolutely.
Guys, our next contestant on the candy search for the #1 movie theater candy is something that's an actual legitimate contender, boys. This thing is going to make a go for the peanut butter M&M. It's both flavors at once. The Nerds Gummy Clusters, boys. If you guys haven't had the gummy clusters yet, you're in for a goddamn show. You're in for a roller coaster ride of enjoyment, excitement, and flavor.
All right.
I hope you guys are appreciating the flashing lights.
Oh, and the last thing about the AMC topic, I don't want to see AMC commercials in an AMC theater or a Regal commercial in a Regal theater. You already got me. I know where this place is. Whatever I did to get there, I know that this place exists. You don't need to give me an ad of your stuff. Remove all of your theater's ads, and supplement that or replace that with an actual paying advertisement.
Which reminds me, this is brought to you by Young Junk Studios.
Oh,
Keep it talking, Derek.
Oh, man. Yeah, I agree, but we'll see what the hell happens, I guess. Anyway,
The worst.
fuck those ads. I can't do it. It drives me nuts. If I'm in the gym in the middle of war and an ad comes on, I go ape shit.
It used to get me, and then I'd be out of skips,
Yep.
and I'm like, "What the?"
It rips me right out of my
Oh
mental
my
space.
god! And the whole time, this
Ratings on the clusters, boys.
All right. I like it. I'm a fan, but it's not a peanut butter M&M. I'm going 7.5.
Steven?
shit.
Terry, what do you got? Steve, think about it.
well,
Fucking genius!
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Oh, Terry.
Sorry.
Steven, coming back to you, buddy.
9.2.
9.2?
9.2.
So that's over the 9 of.
Just over, because it also depends for me what kind of mood I'm in. I'm not a big chocolate guy, so I can't. As good as like the peanut butter M&Ms are, I can't crush a bag
Okay.
just because like it's just too much chocolate. I'm not a big chocolate guy, but when it comes to the
Right on.
sour, the fruitiness, I can probably crush that. So I'm going to eat more of the fruity than I would chocolate. So I just give it a little bit of an edge just for that factor. But
Okay.
if I'm going candy, it's one of those two. It just depends on the mood.
Guys, I'm going 10.
10. Wow.
I think that this, for not a chocolate candy, like the other category of candy, this is 10 out of 10. This is the perfect candy. Erica, thank you for the family size. Guys, go out and get your gummy clusters available at all Targets, Walmarts, and movie theaters. Actually, if you go to the movie theater, buy it at the movie theater, because that's how they make money. That's how they generate most of their revenue. And we want to support the movie theaters because it allows us to have shows like this. Now, back to the show. Big update on 28 Days Later, fans. Cillian Murphy, did I pronounce that right?
Yep.
Sure.
Thank you. Won't appear in 28 years later when it hits theaters June 20th. By the way, we're going to see that next week, Derek, if you want to go with me. But he's set to return as Jim in the sequel, The Bone Temple, in 2026. Directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alex Garland. The first film stars Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor Johnson, a.k.a. Quicksilver, and Ray Fiennes as survivors leaving a quarantine island to face the rage virus once again. Listen, I'm going to take this one real quick. Ray Fiennes was on my mom's top 3 list of gentlemen she would have over if she had an option. He was on the list. No one knew who he was either.
All right,
she knew Ray Fiennes, and she knew him a couple times. But he is.
Oh my.
I think Campia says it the best on his podcast, where it's like, I don't know. Did Ray Fiennes win the Oscar this year?
For what?
When the one where he's the Pope, or he's the concave.
Concave?
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won an Academy Award. So that was like Campia's like best actor to have never won an Academy Award. That guy
Crazy he
is
didn't get
a
an
tremendous
Oscar for
actor.
Schindler.
When you know actors are good, when you watch the movie and you don't see the person anymore, you just see the character. Like, he is a tremendous actor, and he plays evil so great. Like,
He's
what
such
was
a
it?
good actor. Man.
The movie.
Voldemort, he's great.
What's the dinner one where they made? It was like the restaurant, and then they went.
I think it's called The Restaurant.
Yeah, something like that. But
where they go?
it was
and it's like a horror. It's like a murder.
Yeah,
that
like
one actually wasn't. I forget what it's called, but yeah.
he was in Red Dragon. He's in every
The Menu.
Schindler's
It's
List.
called The Menu.
Steve.
The Menu.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think
Well
he's.
done.
Is he in a bad movie? Does he do a bad movie?
Remember the dude? There's a. Yes, there's.
I mean,
I'm
he's-
gonna think about it. I
Dude,
think there
he's
was like
great in the Bond movies too.
Oh, dude, he's Alfred in Lego Batman.
Dude, he was in The English Patient. Seinfeld did a whole episode on it. Marty, absolutely right. Ray Fiennes was strangely attractive, but also he was regularly attractive, according to my mom, when he had the hair and he was much younger.
So someone that you like, this guy, the way you just described him, I thought of what's his face, Daniel Day-Lewis,
One of the best actor, or the best actor of
when
our
he
time.
was in what's it called? When he's the butcher in
Gangs
Gangs
of
of
New
New
York.
York. Had
Very
no
good.
idea it was him.
Yeah,
And then
We should have put
Lincoln?
him in for a beatdown pick.
that's
Oh,
Daniel
that's great.
Day-Lewis.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Had no idea it was him. Like,
Yeah.
like actors like that you can like they hide like that. I mean, hey, what's his face? Fucking the Penguin.
Oh,
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Well, DeVito's also a hunk.
But you knew
DeVito.
it was DeVito. You didn't know it was Colin Farrell.
yeah, that was
Right,
great.
dude.
All right.
Yeah, Daniel
All right.
Day-Lewis was.
If we move on,
Rocket.
Steve, we're gonna start pulling out. Steve right here is gonna take the reins for the last couple topics on the spoiler reviews. So guys, we're going into spoiler reviews. So if you don't want to talk about it or don't want us to listen to it, keep us on. But we'll wave our hands when it's over. But we're gonna do the spoiler review on Killers of Killers and also John Wick Ballerina.
Spoiler.
So yeah, with the Predator, right? Killers of Killers just dropped on Hulu. It's R-rated animated anthology set across Viking times, feudal Japan in World War II. Each story featuring a deadly predator hunt. Directed by Dan
Trachtenberg.
Trachtenberg. The animation style is inspired by Arcane and Akira.
Akira. I think that I watched this over the weekend. This was good. Animation
Arcane?
was trash.
Yeah, I don't get all the love for the animation, and this is probably the only bad thing I'm gonna say about this.
Yeah.
Everything else was sick. It's like Spider-Verse or like Arcane, but like half the frames per second, and it was just so fucking choppy. It was like the dialogue scenes drove me nuts because it just wasn't syncing up the mouth movement and the audio.
Yeah.
It was clipping.
What did you relate
hated
this
that.
to? You said it was like poor man's,
Poor man's Spider-Verse.
and I said it was like the Star Wars like Rebels or Clone
The Clone
Wars, the
Wars?
animated show. This is like similar animation to that.
Textures drove me nuts.
I liked everything about this, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to talk about?
But
What you
now
liked about it?
that's out of the way.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So bloody. So much death.
So it was worth
Yeah.
because I remember you guys were
Dude.
big on it.
Yeah.
Dude,
So it's definitely lived
it
up.
might
Dude.
be the
You excited for
it's
the
not the
next
best Predator
episode?
movie, but it's the second
Absolutely.
best Predator movie, I
Alright.
think.
I
Only
won't go that
second
far.
to number one, in my opinion.
Dude, no way. It's like 4.
Fourth best Predator movie.
So Prey, well, the original Predator, then Prey, then I'm going to say Predator 2.
I didn't think about Predator 2, though. No way.
You put Danny Glover in the city right off of Lethal Weapon fame.
Dude, it was a great movie. But
And then you
it's
got-
not better than this.
Well, listen, we'll break this down. Like this is an anthology, right?
Yeah.
So it was a story about a Viking and their Viking clan and their interaction with the Predator of that time. Then it was about feudal Japan and like ninjas and samurais interacting with the Predator and fighting amongst each other too.
Yep.
And then the last one was a World War II pilot. So as he's flying around during a war, the Predator is after him in a ship. And we're going spoilers, so like fuck it, right? So all of their stuff, like they all beat the Predator. So when you beat the Predator, apparently you ended up on a ship that you would get sent somewhere and then they would freeze you, and then bring you out to fight each other, and then freeze the winner again. So the girl, this is a big spoiler right here, guys.
What
the girl from Prey
Dude,
was
that was
frozen
awesome.
in one of the capsules.
Yeah, at the very
Dude,
end
there's
of
a
the
lot
movie.
going on here.
Dude, it
What
was
the fuck?
It was good,
sick.
man. And this is the guy that did Prey. So it was really cool to see that. I'm like, I was driving to work today. I'm like, damn, like
Yeah, it's cool how
the girl from Prey's in there.
dude, it's great. I thought it was a nice touch how each predator that was fighting their opponents was tailored to be similar to them in a way.
Yeah.
So you had the Vikings, right? You had this chick who's basically a Valkyrie. She was badass, shield maiden, taking on this hulking, massive monster, like roided up predator. Like,
Yeah.
it like full berserker.
You could tell
Very
like the
cool.
Predator's technology was also like of the time of like as the
Right.
generations were going on, the Predator's
Right.
technologies
It was-
were
it was evolving
improving.
too.
Yeah.
And then the
To wrap
stealth
that
one.
up, Terry, you got one? You got an insight on the Predator?
Not really. I didn't.
All right.
No.
All right.
You know what?
All right.
All right.
No, tell
And
him,
Terry time.
Terry, tell him it's fucking lame.
Terry's take.
Fucking lame.
Thanks, Terrence.
Actually, Derek drove me away from this one because of his
He
thing
didn't
about
like
the
it.
animation.
Yeah, I texted him.
So what
I was just like,
what
I
I
don't know if
said
can do
is,
this.
Yeah.
why
I
don't
pushed
I
through,
just
and thank God I did.
Yeah.
Well, why
dude.
don't I just wait for like somebody to AI in the rest of the frames? They'll do it. Someone will make it like a little bit better. But also,
Super good.
one thing I will say is,
Almost as good as these
I
waffles.
think Predator. I think one of the reasons this movie works is because it's an anthology.
Right.
So there's not one story sucking up all the fat of like 90 minutes of runtime, and I think that's
And they
smart
weaved it in really
when you
nice.
have these kinds of characters.
Yep. Very cool. A lot of good death.
Okay, so what's a character that you would like to see in an animated anthology movie?
Superman.
Superman.
Yes.
Dude,
I
I'll
really
see-
like Superman.
I want to see. I'll just fuck it, dude. I want to see an animated RoboCop versus Predator in an anthology. So they're
RoboCop,
fighting
dude.
Yeah,
one time
I
on
would-
Earth, one time in a ship, and one time on the Predator homeworld.
Versus
I would do
RoboCop.
Versus animated
fucking
RoboCop.
RoboCop gets murked.
Yeah,
They
dude.
did a
RoboCop
comic
sucks.
about it.
RoboCop is a loser cop, dude. Are you kidding? That's who you want to see fight Predator?
Yes,
RoboCop?
dude. There's a great comic on it.
Fucking shit.
All right.
If we're going
All right, dude,
robots,
that's enough of that
Terminator's a
lame
way better
fucking
choice than
bullshit.
Robo fucking.
All right, dude. This
All right.
last one comes
but
from
I
the
would
world
get
of John.
behind that. I would get behind a RoboCop animated anthology movie.
Yeah. Thank you, Terry.
RoboCop, Jesus Christ.
What do you got, Steve?
All right, this last one comes from the world of John Wick. Ballerina spins a deadly solo act with a budget of $75 million and a global box office of $94 million and about $25 million domestically. Did it
Well
land
done.
its mark or miss the rhythm? John, what do you think?
So I'm the only one that saw this, so I'll just make this quick.
Oh, yeah.
This movie's fucking awesome.
That means it was terrible.
No. This movie is worth seeing in the theaters. If you guys haven't seen it, go and see it. It's a great summer, not blockbuster because it's not going to kill it necessarily, but it's a great addition to the John Wick universe. There's tons of action. There's no dialogue basically, but who needs it? This action was awesome. It's a pretty paint by the numbers story, but it kept me entertained the entire time. Ana de Armas, gorgeous, you know. And John Wick is in it, but he's not in it too little or too much. You're just reminded that like, yo, this is the John Wick universe, and this guy runs that shit. He does some total badass stuff. And the last thing, if you haven't seen the spoiler or the out of theater reaction, they do flamethrower gunfights. That's all I got to say about that.
yeah.
Go see it. It's worth it. Quick picking up in the chat before we shut this down for the night. Showing Your Age, Pandora, A Man of Culture. Thank you, Mr. Milktoast. John still downloads his songs on Napster. You're damn right. Movie theater owners gave up on controlling crowds a while ago. BMS on the clusters. What's BMS stand for? All right. Was that an ad for Nerd Clusters? Yes. Sponsor me, Nerd Clusters. Also, they are gross. No, they're not. Marty, strangely attractive, and it's called The Menu. Guys, can we do one more week and we'll start switching things up a little bit. I think we do, if it's okay with everyone, if we do, I think it was Terry, top 5 fictional athletes.
Oh, we can do
Okay.
that. I don't think that was
One
me,
more
but I
week?
like that.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we can run with
One
that.
more week,
One more week.
and then we'll keep top 5s in the rotation, but we'll start trying new things. We'll start diversifying the portfolio as it is. And next week we might have a guest on.
Oh,
might
and
start
for
having
the
guests.
people who comment, feel free to drop a top 5 that you guys would like us to do as well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
outstanding. And also,
You know what? That should be a monthly thing. Like once a month, we can do. Like the viewers can tell us what the top 5 is or what the.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I want to try that true or false. Maybe we each have 2, or 1, and the other one is, don't forget, the end of the month, the last Monday of every month, we do the hero or zero thing. So to wrap it up, next week, top 5 fictional characters that are athletes, top 5 fictional athletes. For everyone in the chat, thank you so much for responding tonight, for engaging with us. Derek, where can they find you and your business?
Hey guys, if you want to follow me, you can find me at Symbolic51. And as far as my business goes, I own Derek Baker Seal Coating and Line Striping. So if you have a driveway or parking lot that needs done, give us a call.
Steve, what about your parking lot? Is your parking lot good?
Yeah, my parking lot, actually, we just got repaved.
Oh, you didn't use Derek?
Wow.
Well, no, our street got repaved. That's what I meant by parking lot. So,
Shout out. Okay. What's your social media, Steve?
SBrown2124 on Instagram.
Be around for the Bolligins next week of antics. Terry, how about you?
It's heating up. It's heating up.
He's on fire.
Well, we are right here at Young Chunk Studios, and if you're looking for a podcast, feel free to email me at rayfineshotguy@gmail.com.
Ray finds strangely attractive. And guys, if you have someone strangely attractive, let them know. Strangely attractive is like they're not physically attractive, but there's something about them
yeah.
that just works.
Top 5 strangely attractive people
hashtag,
could be a thing.
Let 'em
Dude, top
know.
5 strangely attractive. Hashtag strangely attractive. But anyway, thank you for watching tonight. See you guys next week. And make sure you follow us at the Muscle Geeks Podcast on all social media platforms, and give this a like, subscribe, share, and do all that other stuff, guys. Thank you so much. See you next week.
See you guys.
Young John!